You brought your girlfriend? What the hell happened to you, Ross? All your principles and your morals that you supposedly stand for?
Not that it's any of your business, but Ms. Blackwell is not my girlfriend.
You're hardly one to throw stones, Mrs. Marler. From what I understand from Ross, you've hired your own lover to be your attorney.
Come on, please, no. I am not having a relationship with Ben Warren.
You're not for right now.
Period. There is nothing going on. It is over. Not that that matters to you anymore, I suppose.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Catherine Wiley presiding.
Oh, come on, Ben, where are you?
Would everyone please sit down? As you all know, this hearing is to establish temporary custodial care for Kevin and Jason Marler. Is everyone ready to proceed at this time? Mr. Marler?
Anita Blackwell, representing Mr. Ross Marler.
Mrs. Marler?
My attorney, Ben Warren, is not here yet. Obviously, something must have held him up. I was wondering...
Yes?
Could I have a few minutes?
Well, how many minutes do you need, Mrs. Marler?
Well, that's the thing, I'm not sure. Could the court reschedule?
Well, if all parties agree, the clerk could check the calendar for sometime next week.
Your Honor, under different circumstances, I would have been more than happy to oblige, but I have to make an appearance in the state appeals court. Perhaps Mrs. Marler could find someone else to represent her today?
If you want to make a few calls, interview a few people,
You know, I don't need to take advice from Ms. Blackwell. I've been married to a lawyer for years. I can state my own damn case.
I don't understand, Ms. Marler. Are you saying that you are going to represent yourself?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my God. What? I knew it, Michelle. He's following us. He knows we left.
He's not. We didn't whack Mick. It was self-defense.
Oh, tell that to Danny. And tell that to the people that are gonna fit us for cement Mary Janes.
Okay, look, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what we should have done in the very beginning. We're gonna go over there to Frank Cooper and we're gonna tell him the entire story.
Oh, Michelle, you sit down or I swear I will break your arm.
Well, Detective, it appears you've done this a few times before.
Please, sit.
I have to confess, I'm not too good at all this.
You look like you're doing pretty well.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Annie loved picnics.
Really? I don't remember you ever mentioning that to me, but I'm glad you brought her up. I owe you an apology for the other night when I told you that I was Annie.
I did find that rather strange.
I know. I didn't handle it very well. I guess the point that I was trying to make is that on some level, some cosmic level, I seem to... I don't know. I just feel like I understand her.
You do?
Yeah. And despite what most people in Springfield think about her, I'm beginning to feel like, well, maybe she did have a heart.
Oh, she had a heart. I saw it many, many times.
That's what I don't understand. If she did, why do so many people dislike her?
Well, you see, Terry, Annie was probably the most misunderstood person that I've ever known. She had this wonderful spirit, but pure and raw emotions. I mean, she just went with it. She didn't consider the consequences. She didn't care if it were right or wrong. But you had to love her for that.
Don't stop. I really enjoy listening to you talk.
And you know the funny thing about her? The only thing she wanted was a home, a family, children playing in the yard, and a husband that she could love. That's all. That's why it's so sad.
Why is that sad?
Well, she never had very good luck. I mean, unfortunate things kept happening to her.
Like what?
Well, you see, I think the worst thing was she lost her ability to have... Well, the thing that mattered most to her were children. She wanted children more than anything in the world, and she couldn't have them. Never.
Come on, Cassie, talk to me. Tell me again how Joshua came on to you, how he wanted to be with you.
I made it up. I lied. He never came on to me.
And why the hell would you say he did?
Because it was like you said, you know, I've just been really stressed and crazed about this thing with Hart, and I'm pregnant, and I'm acting like I'm okay, but I guess I'm not. I guess I'm just a little crazed, and I'm losing it.
But to accuse Joshua of trying to force himself on you?
I don't know why that came out of my mouth.
But you were so specific about him pounding on your door, grabbing at you.
He was pounding on the door because I just gotten so upset about Hart, and I ran up there and I locked myself in the room, and he was trying to get in to make sure that I was okay, and the bracelet, I guess that came off when he was just trying to calm me down because I was so hysterical, but I really don't quite remember what happened, so...
Well, you sure remembered clearly enough last night.
I wish I could take back everything I said last night.
So do I.
I was just so confused about everything, and I didn't really know what was going on, and I'm really, really sorry, and I just hope that you can find some way to forgive me.
You don't have to forgive her. Cassie didn't lie. I did.
It's time to stop running, Drew.
No, it's time to be smart. Now, I already tried to take the heat off by putting moves on Danny.
Yeah, a lot of good that did.
Right, which leads us to you. I've seen the way he looks at you, Michelle, and we need to take advantage of that.
Well, isn't this just so you? Another clever manipulation to worm your way into Jesse's life by getting me over to Danny.
Oh, please,
Brilliant.
Michelle, this is not a way to snake your guy, okay? This is a way to keep your sweetie boy alive.
Right.
Think about it. You really think anyone's gonna believe that 2 girls killed Mick? Or Bill, Mr. Squeaky Clean Joe College? No, he's not gonna make the list either. It's gonna be Jesse Blue, Michelle. The guy with the record, the guy known in town for trouble, the guy known to fight till the end. He's gonna be the one they see most likely to murder, Michelle. So if you wanna end your relationship with Jesse permanently, go tell the cops. Go tell Frank. Go ahead, Michelle, be my guest.
Hi. Look, I just wanted to say that I really am sorry about what happened to Mick.
Yeah, well, you can save it. I know you couldn't care less.
Why would you say that?
You know why.
You know I like you, don't you, Beth? And you know I respect you, but I have no love for Blake. Whatever she gets, she deserves. End of story.
No, that is not the end of the story. Blake is in the fight of her life, and the stakes are her children. Damn it, Ben, it's her children.
I heard you the first time.
Just because you don't have kids of your own is no reason that those 2 little boys should suffer because of some sort of sick retribution. Do you have any idea what children go through, do you? Because they hurt just as much as the rest of us, maybe even more.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Please be seated.
Mrs. Marler, you have 2 young sons.